Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome to Age of Wonders Planetfall. There's a new expansion being released called Star Kings, which I am excited to unpack for you guys today, and a big thank you to Paradox Interactive and Triumph Studios for sponsoring this first look and getting me early access. It is certainly very much appreciated. If you guys want to take a look at the link in the description down below, you can find out more about this for yourself. There's also a sale going on for all the previous content on Steam. Alright, so Star Kings. There's actually quite a few new features that have been introduced into the game that I am excited about. First and foremost, there's a new faction called the Oathbound. Now, this is a race of paladins wielding giant battle mechs and led by the mysterious seers who have precognition abilities to change up the battlefield. Very cool. These guys consider themselves to be the good guys who are purifying the galaxy. We'll see if that's actually true. Associated with that is a new campaign, which you can take a look at down over here. It follows a particular character, tells a story, and introduces you to the faction and a lot of other cool new features. So this is certainly one thing you could do, but we're not going to take a look at that today. Instead, I want to take a look at another feature added into the game, and this is actually introduced in a free patch, not just the DLC, called the Foundation of a New Empire. Now, if you guys recall, in the story of Age of Wonders Planetfall, there used to be a grand star empire that sprawled across the galaxy, but for reasons unknown collapsed, and the races were far-flung and lost a lot of their spacefaring technology until recently. We can now found our own new star empire, and as we play more maps and conquer new worlds, we will progress that empire, gaining new abilities for our factions and resources we can take to other planets in order to give us an advantage and take on harder and more complex challenges. Really cool addition. Unfortunately, since I'm only just now starting out, I haven't conquered any planets, so you can't see how all of this works, but we'll be able to give you a good sense. For now, let's go ahead and start up a new empire, and I'm going to call this the Nightfall Imperium. I think that's a cool name. Let's go to our Hall of Heroes, and this is where we can choose various different commanders that we can use to be our primary governor on those planets, or heroes that we want to pop up as potential recruitable heroes in each individual map. So, for example, let's go to my custom characters and add in Master Ghoul. You guys might remember this guy, so I'll just go ahead and add him in as a potential hero. We'll also add in, let's say, Methuselah the Houseless. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's bring him in. Let's also create our own Oathbound hero that we can use for this game. A feudal society led by wise seers and honor-bound paladins. Very cool. We'll primarily be using arc and entropy-based damage, so be aware of that. Although, interestingly enough, the Oathbound are weak to arc as well, so fighting other Oathbound, or let's say the Assembly, can actually be very, very painful for these guys. They're super duper weak to arc. Now, there are a few different secret technologies that I think pair very well with the Oathbound. Void Tech is okay, Synthesis is okay. Primarily, though, I think you're interested in something like Heritor, which we've seen in the past. This can give you some support units that give your guys extra turns, or extra actions in a turn, which pairs very well with Seers, who have precognition, and let's say will give your unit a guaranteed crit chance for the entire turn, and then another support unit gives them more actions in a turn, so they just have like 3 or 4 attacks where you just pew-pew everything in sight. Yeah, Heritor is very, very good with the Oathbound. The classic choice, though, would be Celestian, which is a psionically gifted, good guy enlightenment kind of technology. And if we want to play as the Holy Paladins, I think this makes a lot of sense. So we'll go for Celestian. It is pretty decent. And here's the commander I've created for us today, Artis Bloodborne. Pretty cool name, I think. Looks very much like a paladin commander to me. Awesome. All right. So he's added to my Hall of Heroes, and we will be able to use him as our governor if we want. Let's also take a look at, let's say, progression. Now, this is a new feature of the Empires. We are currently level 0, so nothing is unlocked, but as we gain experience with the different races or the different secret technologies, we will unlock different mods or technologies or units that we can take with us to future planets. So playing lots of different factions and having a lot of diversity in your playstyle can be pretty beneficial to leveling up your empire. So this is what our empire is going to look like. Let's go ahead and conquer a new world, and you can see it's going to have a few different options for us. We have Azura, we have Zithare, and we have Kata, and this is all randomized. We could also re-roll these planets if we don't really like them. Now, some of these planets are very special. For example, you might see we have a special secondary objective here. Claiming biomass will give us extra Imperial Renown to buy those units we bring along to new planets, or get us extra XP for Xenoplague. But there's also some secondary objectives that let you just win the planet outright. For example, Settle the Claim. Forge an alliance with both Devar for a massive Imperial Renown and experience boost, and we just win the planet. It's a secondary victory condition. That's pretty cool. And then we have Azura, a secondary quest for claiming a Grail. Now, a Grail is actually a new feature in the game. It's basically a special superstructure on the planet that, in order to unlock, will require multiple stages in a very important quest chain. If you can do so, though, in this case, it actually wins the planet outright. I'm going to try for this, because I would really like to find out exactly what a Grail can do for us. Here comes our dropship. Ooh. That looks pretty cool. It looks a little bit like Dalaran from World of Warcraft, the floating mage city. Yeah, kinda. But once it's settled, I mean, look at this thing. Well, once the dust settles. There we go. Look how utopian that looks. You can tell we're the good guys. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and take our hero units. Actually, let's mix up our armies a little bit. So our scouting unit, as the Oathbound, is the Scryer. The Scryer also functions as a Tier 1 seer unit, which can give the gift of precognition to our units. And I'll show you guys how that works in our first battle. But first things first, let's go ahead and take some of these guys, and we'll just go ahead and swap them around. That way I guarantee I have a Scryer on hand when we get into our first round of combat. Okay, and using these guys, we'll go ahead and try to introduce ourselves to a neutral faction, say hello, get some quests, blah, 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 blah. Moving on into the second turn, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves to our neighbors. What's up, Forgotten? How you doing? You guys look kind of creepy. Woo! We like to offer our services and gain your favor. What do you want me to do? Kill things? Okay, they'll give me access to a Tier 2 primary weapon. Could potentially be useful. Sure, why not? We'll go ahead and accept this quest. Absolutely. Now, let's set our military research. There's a lot of fun things we can do over here. So first off, the Oathbound technology has some cool stuff to start off. We have induction rights, which can give us a new operation to give our targeted friendly unit providence, which guarantees a critical hit for that turn. Again, this is where having the support units from that specific secret technology giving you extra actions becomes oh so unbelievably good, but this is pretty helpful. We also have the Oath of Loyalty, which is a defensive mod, so every adjacent unit gives us extra armor, so if we cluster up, we actually get a little bit more defensive, which is really good considering the Oathbound have primarily melee units. So we're going to be clustering up a lot as it is. I like this a lot. Let's go ahead and pick that one on up, research that. And as far as society, there is an important change. Frontier facilities down here used to give you access to the settler, which is why you pretty much had to get this right away. First technology almost every time. The devs have changed that because they don't like that you have to get the same technology every game at the beginning. So the settler is now accessible from the beginning. Instead, you just have access to the military infrastructure and the recreational dome. Still very good, but now we have options for our first technology. And I'm going to go for the People's Contract, which will give us access to some pretty nice different perks and doctrines, such as additional influence from quests, which could be very, very helpful, or pre-battle prediction, so all units start with a stack of precognition, which is a guaranteed evasion chance. So the first time your units get attacked, they are guaranteed to be fine, giving you a load of extra survivability right off the bat. I like this a lot. Let's go ahead and research that too. Oop, looks like we have our first worldwide event, Void Echoes. Due to a recently detected void anomaly, we've been experiencing some strange echoes of ourselves. Seeing yourself doing what you just did or repeating what you said is quite the experience. It appears to be giving me extra resources. Oh, okay. And in tactical combat, this creates an echo of a random unit every 2 turns. Oh, that's going to be weird. This could work out well for me, or it could work out really, really badly. I have no idea. Fun. Those worldwide events are pretty interesting because they're always random. You never know what you're going to get. And that was introduced in the last expansion, I do believe. All right, so we're going to go into our first round of combat against 4 enemy units in order to try and finish a quest for these guys. So let's jump right into it. All right, so here we are with all of our starting units. Let's take a look at our hero to show you guys what he has available to him. So first off, because we chose this particular paladin layout, he's got burning great bows, which appears to be dual lance bows. Really cool stuff right there. As well as entropic shock, which is a repeating pistol kind of a thing. Also an AoE burning banner. Could be helpful. Also can hit air units. But one thing that's really interesting about these paladin battle suits is they have unique defensive modes when you want to skip your turn and just go into fortification mode, right? So in this case, we have Inspiring Warden, which gives all adjacent units within 2 hexes additional morale, which can give them a higher chance of critting and such for the next 2 turns. So that's pretty helpful. Other ones, such as, let's say, this Paladin Protector, has Protector Shields, which creates a force field so all adjacent units gain shielding, which defends against range attacks. Let's take a look at the Scryer, by the way, because he's kind of cool. So the Scryer unit here has this ability called the Gift of Precognition. I think I mentioned this earlier, but we can target a friendly unit. This combat and give them 1 stack of precognition, which will negate the next direct damage attack to it. So that basically is a guaranteed evasion. Can be very, very, very helpful in specific combat situations. Okay, so let's march forward with our hero a little bit and expose ourselves. I'm going to make use of the Momentary Insight special operation, which is going to cost me a little bit of energy in one of my points, but that's fine. We'll give it to my hero, and this is going to guarantee he's going to get a critical hit this turn, which could be pretty helpful. Can we possibly attack you? Yeah, I can hit you twice, actually. Would that be better than hitting you once with the bow? Hard to say. 2 small crits as opposed to 1 really big crit. Let's just go for 1 really big crit, because I think that's pretty fun. Go boom! And... alright, did lots of damage there, and that unit has been staggered. Awesome. And whap! And whap! Note, by the way, because we're a Juggernaut, we can run straight through terrain, which is surprisingly helpful. And let's just go ahead and finish this guy off so he's not a threat. Killing units is almost always the best way to go. Pew! There we go. Easy enough. And who else we got? We got another one? Yep, this guy wants to move forward and take a shot. That's fine. Let's move forward over here. Using this guy as cover, I guess. I don't know. Take a good hit with the bow. And ba-boom. Easy enough. And can these guys finish them off? Because they do have a Void Blast that can do repeating damage. If we were to move here and then take a shot at him, the answer is yes. Okay, we can finish this off with no losses on my end. So that guy is very dead. Awesome. All right, that fight took me no losses. Didn't expect it to, but there you go. So we finish it with that quest. And we get access to a little bit more influence. Of course, we could have increased this if I had waited 2 more turns to enact the Operation Duty of Care, but I'd rather go for the pre-battle predictions, which is one really good way of making sure we have a lot more survivability for my military units at the beginning of combat. I like that a lot, so that's why I'm picking that one up. Well, looks like we're going to meet somebody, the Forgotten Faction here, the Kirko. Hello! Okay, we find the bug folks. It's nice to meet you. I hope to be friends before I kill you. Let's see, we got another quest from the Forgotten to produce some crystals. That should only take me a couple of turns, and we have finished producing the other military buildings, unlocking some new units, including more of those paladin protectors, but also the Augur. Now, the Augur is another type of seer unit, which we can take a look at right over here. There they are, weird floaty guys. These guys are interesting because they have both buffs and curses. So if you look here, Gift of Adamants, which gives our targeted allies last stand. So if they are going to die, then they will go down to 1 health instead of dying entirely, which then lets them potentially heal afterwards. Can only be used once per battle. We also have the Curse of Fatalism, making it 100% easier to hit an enemy target, and they will have no resistance checks. So in the right circumstance, the Augur could be a pretty good support unit. Not to mention we have Record Keeper, which gives all units in the stack more experience, so you level up a little bit faster. Can be helpful. Okay, we have a new hero offering to join, and lo and behold, it is our friend Methuselah the Houseless. Okay, a Syndicate hero. Yeah, absolutely, I am going to be hiring you on. We already know you're pretty darn good. This guy, I don't remember. Do you have the support abilities to give extra turns? I don't see that as of yet, so probably not. Still, you could end up being very interesting for me. Ooh, we got some enemies that came really stinking close to my colonizer. I don't think I like that at all. But let's go ahead and settle down another city. Right on over here. Yep, we're just going to go ahead and create another colony. I think this should be fine. It's a pretty decent location, surrounded by lots of science and some production, potentially, if you want to go in that direction. Oh, I have been completely neglecting my hero, I just realized. No skill points. Ugh, ridiculous. We should absolutely be doing that. What is this? Ooh, a special Oathbound hero skill. While in a vehicle, gain a level of stagger resistance and a status effect resistance. Well, we're currently immune to staggering, so I'm not really sure why that would matter. Maybe the resistance to things like burn, but that's about it. Now, one thing to note here is we have special Colony Lord skills, and this means we can become the Lord of a colony, the Feudal Lord, and give different bonuses to that city. Now, right now, that's not especially helpful since we have to stay in the domain of that city to give it its bonuses, so we'd have to keep our hero kind of in this general vicinity. But if we were to go to our capital city and produce the throne, which I am currently working on right here, If it is linked to a colony lord, then we would still get 50% of that bonus even if the hero is outside of the colony's domain. Oh, this is fun. We actually just got a special little mission here for our team of Promethean scientists. Even though they are not the secret technology on this map, they are still impacting us in some way. Declining the request does not reduce Empire favor, diplomatic relations, or reputation, so there's no reason not to pick this up. But if we can explore several different locations in the next 10 turns, we would get some of that Imperial renown, as well as some experience on Promethean. I'll go ahead and accept. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get over there in time anytime soon, but it would be cool to do. Ooh, and another player. This time it is the Syndicate. Very nice to meet you. I am sure we will be friends. Maybe. I got another world event. Because it's all in red, this looks really bad, but it's actually not bad at all. It's a perfect climate. The many factors that go into forming a climate have aligned so perfectly, it's a Gaia planet. So we just get lots of extra food, like freaking tons of extra food. Holy crap. Not to mention all biological and cyborg units get extra morale. Huh. Well, that works out well for me. Cool. Ah, and Master Ghoul has offered to join us. Yes, let's bring him along. We're getting the whole band back together. This is awesome. Ooh, here we go. Okay, the Ava system located the presence of a Grail configuration on this planet. That's that superstructure I was talking about before. You know, the one where you have a multi-step quest? Yeah, this is something I want to find out about. An ancient artifact used by Core to stabilize and control the galaxy. They grant powerful boons to those who employ them. The energy of the Grail permeates the planet, so we must build a Grail frequency scanner to pinpoint energy sources that might lead us to it. Build the GFS to locate the ciphers hidden on the planet. All colonies who contribute will go for this project. Okay. Cool. So it sounds to me like that works out very well for my capital, which is a production powerhouse right now, so that's great. Okay, yeah, we should be able to make some really good progress toward this Grail. Heck, it's only going to take me 3 turns to do this. That ain't no problem at all. Yeah, absolutely. We unlocked the Watcher unit. Okay, that should be kind of fun. Let's take a quick look and see what this does. This is another one of those seer units I was talking about. This guy looks kind of freaky weird. Look at his arms. They're all wiggle. I don't know, anyway. Gift of Providence, as before. Okay, that's fine. And the Lash of Adversity. Targeted enemy unit gets adversity, so all their attacks will fumble for a turn. Also, the attack can jump to up to 2 additional targets within 2 hexes. So using this seer, up to 3 enemies can suddenly do very little damage over the course of a turn. Not bad at all. Okay, we finished the first step toward the Grail configuration, so we get a little bit of science as a result. Cool. Next level, we need to collect the ciphers in order to locate and unlock the vault holding the Grail. The scanner revealed that they can be found in exploration sites and through the dwelling shop of the local factions. Ava has warned us that not all of the ciphers within the ruins will still be intact, and the dishonored apostates, so our traitor Oathborn, are attempting to claim the Grail for themselves, attacking anyone in sight of the ciphers when given the chance. We have to collect 3 of them, which would give me a tier 4 primary weapon. Good lord, that's pretty awesome. There's a chance that a tier 1 or tier 2 unit would instantly die. Wow. Okay, I like this one a lot. Yeah, so we gotta find ciphers, huh? Ciphers, huh? I have no idea where to find those. Exploration sites and the dwelling shop of local factions. And boom, we have got some extra progression for the Oathbound and some more of that Imperial renown thanks to finishing that quest. So, if I were to go to the Imperial Uplink, where the heck is that thing? Oh, here it is, right here. Click on this. Now we can spend some of this influence to get, let's say, the Flash Payload mod, or perhaps Cleansing Pulse as a new tactical operation, or perhaps get a Shakarn Raider. That could be pretty fun. Do you want to just go ahead and buy one? Sure, let's just go ahead and buy ourselves another Shakarn Raider. I'll do that. And boom, over in our, I assume, our capital. Nope, where is it? Where do we get the Shakarn Raider? He popped up somewhere, I know he did. Actually, no, I apologize. We do not gain a unit. We actually just unlock the tech to start producing them ourselves. Okay. Well, I mean, this could have its uses. It is a range infantry, which kind of makes up for my deficit with the paladin aspirants, and these guys are going to be able to do some burning damage if we want to stock up some of those bonuses. So I don't know, some Shakarn Raiders might actually be okay. Oh, now this is fun. Okay, so I've been looking at my little allies over here, the Forgotten, right? And I was looking to see if we could spend some influence, because I was sitting here at the influence cap like an idiot, and I figured I should spend some. By getting up to friendship level, it looks like we can buy information about the Grail's configuration. which is something I would like to do. So let's go ahead and spend some influence and do that. I don't know if we actually got any information, but they say we did. Now let's see. Heavy weapons factories apparently count as exploration sites, so we can scan for ciphers and see if there's anything we want in here. And I've got some armies nearby, just in case it turns into one heck of a kerfuffle. Ah, crap. Okay, so we did get in there, we had to do a little fight. And it was no big deal, I lost a single unit. However, we did get a cipher, and that's pretty awesome. But during all of that, some enemies happened to sneak into my city and are burning it to the ground, which is obviously not great. So I'd like to get back in there and take that back if you don't mind. Let's also finish off these Reapers, which is a very low risk right now, so we should be able to win that no problem. Boom! And we get a lacerating shotgun. I don't think I need any of that, so we're just going to go ahead and take the energy. Thank you very much, and we get some experience for my empire. More global events. First off, what's going on here? Relations is looking bad, apparently. What do you mean I have transgressions against you? Prepare for annihilation, or don't. I'm at war. Oh! The Senate get declared war. Okay. There we go. Took my city back, no problem at all. Okay, so with that taken care of, I really wish we could clear out some of these nests, but I'll have to leave behind some troops. In the meantime, we need these guys to get the heck back over here, because I think we're going to have to send a large group over to the Syndicate and teach them a lesson. In the meantime, we have some basic militia units ready to go, so that's worth something at the very least. Okay. Wanted to go and look for the whole Grail thing, but apparently that was too much to ask. Actually, here's a thought. Maybe we could just buy a cipher. So I'm pretty sure the Spacers actually are capable of selling you one, but you have to first be a friend, which means we need 5 more favor. Well, that's doable. We just have to buy literally anything. How much does a Grail cost? Not too much. Let's go ahead and unlock another mod, or maybe buy a truck. You know what? Let's go ahead and buy a truck. There we go. Got one of those. Now we're friends, so you guys will sell me a Grail cipher. Okay, does that mean we've now got 3 out of 3? It does! There we go. We gained the One-Eyed Hawk primary weapon. Really good weapon. Like this one a lot. Yeah, I'll take that one. Decoding the ciphers. Ava has shared with us an old Star Union cipher analysis algorithm. Our scientists can use it to find the location of the Grail configuration and access codes needed to enter its inner vault. Okay, the reward will be some Cosmite and a tactical mechanic assistant. I think this applies to our battle suits, but we need to use a lot of science on this. Still, I think it's well worth it. 19 turns! Ouch! Okay, admittedly that's going to take a very long time, but it would be really cool to get the Grail. Ah, we've unlocked something new that's fun. The Paladin Champion, a Tier 3 unit. That thing looks pretty darn sick. Let's take a quick look at that. Champion? I think this guy is able to, like, fly and has some weird jetpacks or something. Is this it? No, hang on. That's the one. Oh, look at this guy. Holy crud. That seems like overkill, but I love it. Look at that. Great sword and everything. Okay, we have decoded the ciphers. We have identified the Grail's location. I don't know what to do with this mechanic assistant, but oh well. Take reward. The Grail is right down here. Okay, so if we can complete the Grail survey site, which is really far away, we would be able to grab the Grail configuration. Which, you know, let's not forget that grabbing the Grail actually will win me the planet. So we, like, really should go and get that. This whole war is basically just a diversion. We need to march all the way down here and conduct some sort of an archaeological dig. That has to be our goal. Okay, marching right on in and taking this city. Now, of course, he's got a couple units shown here. It's actually way more than this. It's more like 11. And that's showing me everything he's got. But if I hold on to this city for a little bit, we should be able to absorb it. It would take 8 turns. Or we could say, hey, you want peace now? And that wouldn't be a horrible idea just to get him to back the frick off. But you know what? Because I don't like you, we're absorbing. Oh, wow, he actually had a lot more left here than I thought he did. Okay. Well, now I think I understand why you wanted to fight over this. Okay, well, we can probably take this down. Well, this proved to be a very unpleasant fight, but we are barely going to survive after losing almost my entire army, but they certainly lost all of theirs. Ouch. Big ouch, but I'm pretty sure that I can outproduce him, and at the end of the day, he's kind of, you know, lost his entire army as well. So, yeah, maybe now he's going to be willing to give up. Ooh, a Swelter Blade. That looks fun. I'm keeping that. Oh my gosh, this guy is finally offering peace. Thank God. All right, we're at peace. I keep the city, I even get a little bit of money out of it. Cool, I had some reinforcements on the way, including one of those super paladins, and I got more coming too, but alright, now that that is done, it is time to start making our way all the way over to the Grail. Okay, we are finally starting to arrive at the Grail. A long trek moving all my armies out of this area, out of my homeland, and traveling. Whoever gets there first, you know, great. Congratulations, you win the prize. Looks like, Master's Ghoul took the long route through my allies' territory, so sucks to be him. But in the meantime, we are just now arriving over here, and I did send some backup paladins just in case. These guys, it turns out, at least, are speedy. So let's get in here. The Grail configuration survey site. Now we have to remove a bunch of fungus. That doesn't sound so bad. After all this trip, I was kind of expecting a dragon to pop out of the ground and try to eat me. Fungus? I can handle fungus. Oh, this syndicate guy wants a non-aggression pact now, huh? May I remind you, you were the aggressor last time around? Gosh, everyone's been denouncing me, saying I'm on a path to world conquest, blah, 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 blah. I was the one who was aggrieved, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Why do y'all have to be so stupid? This is clearly politics and fake news. Oh, good lord. There we go. Anomalous sector. Okay, so we discovered the vault of the Grail configuration. Powerful relics of times past that have the power to shape our future for the best. With the proper cipher access codes, we could enter and obtain it for ourselves. We have those. After going through the outer halls of the facility, it becomes more and more clear why the existence of the Grail configurations was kept a secret during the Star Union times. The left-behind data from studying the Grail seems to point to its alien origin. As we delve deeper, we find ourselves before a heavily fortified door, which must serve as the entrance to the vault. Now, we have a 100% chance of access, so I wonder if it was possible for us to stumble across this, but if we hadn't gone through all the cipher steps first, we would almost certainly lose. Either way, seems like we should be able to get it right now, right? Oh, we have to enter into combat. There's a squad of apostates. Ah, gosh, dang it. Okay, what do we got? Well, they're actually, fairly strong. All right, let's just auto-combat it and see what happens. And we win. That is all that matters. We win the Grail configuration of life. I accept this reward, and we win the planet. Completed a noble quest. That is enough to claim victory on this planet. Do you want to claim victory now? Of course I want to claim victory now. Boom. Okay, 81 turns in total, about 4 hours and 15 minutes. The funny thing is, it's very obvious we did not perform extremely well. I wasn't focusing very hard on the macro game for a while. As soon as we got into combat, this just took forever. But, like, look at these guys. The other guys were beating the snot out of us in terms of score, but we win anyway. Because we went for the objective. That's what really matters. And now, if we take a look at our Empire map, we can see we have a single planet that has already been conquered. The Cosmite Bounty and the Grail detected, done. All of that is out of the way. Unfortunately, I don't think we got any relics out of this arrangement, but that is one planet that is owned by me, and we can see our progression down here. So the Oathbound got up to level 4, which means if I were to choose another planet, let's just choose something kind of random over here, blah, 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 next. Okay, what kind of new things do we have? We have Oathbound Augurs available. Another unit, Tier 2, is something we can buy and bring in for our next Empire conquest. Okay, so that worked, and I think we do indeed have at least a couple more operations and at least a couple more mods as well. So yeah, the more we keep conquering with this Empire, the more options we are going to have to react to all of these different traits and secondary objectives to win increasingly difficult planets. Wow, pretty darn fun. All right, I like the Oathbound faction a lot. They are awesome, and this new Galactic Empire map campaign mode is great. I like the feature of the Grail. I have no idea how it works in a regular map when you wouldn't win, though. Like, if you catch the Grail configuration without the secondary objective, is it still worth pursuing? Presumably, yes. It's supposed to give you really good benefits. Maybe it's something everyone fights over for, like, eons on a planet. I don't know, but that's something I'd have to explore in the future. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and again, thank you to Paradox for the sponsorship. If you guys want to take a look at Star Kings for yourself, you can certainly find a link in the description down below, and don't forget, Age of Wonders is currently on sale on Steam if you guys would like to pick it up yourself. My name is Pravus, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.